on Sunday, 2nd of November 2025, Honorable Kennedy Akopre Agyapong kopiemu Eternal Life Church chese na omo inaugurate. Okopiemu wo hono mo nsem okoka wo hono. Asofo ni bie so ne mene. Se honorable Samuel omo abre. Omo abre ni honorable. Di omo ye anya honorable fe. I saw honorable mom press anodo. I go 24. Message so be near subscribe button so now I click the notification icon. So now I follow you on Facebook, yes our Instagram, yes our Twitter at gossip24.com and gossip24tv. It's a brand new month. It's in web blender now we using a year the day. Also blender with them I just say I say gate ni ye won't feel blender ni ye the day. Sister blender no rice cooking this what they are trying choking no. Oh that was starting in Abraham. What they are so big a new home appliances. If we go dot household for number said that's so offer now order on big deliverable fee. There's also your friend say Gosins for you 200 Ghana cedis and your free item they are purchasing. Open up there. Contact go dot. Now back to Honorable Kennedy Akopre Agyapong so. It's on the 2nd of November 2025. Honorable Kennedy Akopre Agyapong kopiemu Eternal Life Church. This is now omo inaugurating. And Honorable Kennedy Akopre Agyapong. Ne classmate Archbishop Charles Agyapong. It's not Archbishop Charles Agyapong. Na no more invite Honorable Kennedy Akopre Agyapong so. It's the Honorable be PM hono. And I know kasa say oh, neni aso. They are sorry video boy any ade na mom. I made do say sorry take a different step and I say a step ahead. So share offering and I say collection on moto ya. Omo say sorry man omo sika say enko yi baby adu ne de. I was saying sorry na aka no so no. Ehwe kwan on befa so. I build the factories. No me create employment any ade.
How we do business, how we behave must change. If not, whatever we do will not achieve the maximum goals we expect. I've seen example here right now. Come to that. So I'm begging the archbishops, reverend ministers, and for that matter, the church. I saw the video, the good works all over the world done by Archbishop Charles Agyapong. What I'll beg of him now is that use your powers, the respect that you've earned, the monies that the church makes, also to establish industries, to create jobs. Because I can tell from the collection that most of the church members are not deep in their pockets. The church will be happy to see his congregants coming to give money freely if they are working. If they are not working, some will come under pressure to give whatever they're supposed to give. So, Archbishop, you've built so many churches. University that you built is a business. I agree. But let's go into industries as well, so that the church members will have jobs to do. The biggest challenge we are facing as a nation is unemployment. I'm entreating churches to take the lead now. Because if I have 1,000 workers and I ask them, this is the target you have to give me. If Archbishop tells 1,000, this is the target I'm giving you, two of us with joy and enthusiasm, Archbishop 1,000 will exceed the target and mine would not, because they don't believe in politicians and ordinary businessmen. So we have to collaborate.
It is answer when Honorable Kennedy Akopre Kwe Japan ekain. No Honorable Kas answer na pet. And I'm out for so many social media so they are software. Prophet Clement testimony and a shas yes one can. The Honorable Kennedy Japan ekain ye kra kire. So Honorable Kennedy Japan on such an adwin. Okoti na Metro TV do ne Pola much interview omo ye and some Honorable Kennedy Japan aka wa my we mu. The also be ka kra kire say. The aso ne be ye bia na so Honorable Kennedy Japan ni. En so na ni da. En so na ni. Na say obi ebeka say nyankopon yi a kire say na Honorable Kennedy Japan eba be yesi a sa revelation no. Nyame be strike. Nyankopon e be strike.
So, first it was, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in church. I don't want to go to church because praying and going to church is a waste of time. Then it came to pastors are the problem of this nation. This prophet, they are prophesying this one win and this and that and that. And they will be causing chaos in this nation. But now you are benefiting from the same thing and it's okay. Your people are saying, oh, God has spoken now. And now it's a new one. I just saw they said people who are going to church and praying, they are lying down like dogs and they are stupid and all that. And now churches should create jobs for people and all that. God is showing many signs, you see. But I just don't blame anybody. I blame people and the Christians and the youth. I keep saying many years ago that people are Christians. They are not believers. Believers, they go deep with God. They fight for the kingdom and the church. They are not just Christians who go to church Sunday to Sunday, Daddy. They put the kingdom first. They fight for God and the things of God. Others are comparing him to Trump. Well, Trump said many things and he became a president. Go and check what Trump did. Trump said things, but he never spoke against the church, not for even one day. His vice, J.D. Vance, the same thing. Oman Kasentia, Nyamia sorry, da. They gave reference to God every time. They honored the church. Even at his inauguration, he called pastors come and pray. Nathaniel Bassett went to blow the trumpet. I gave that prophecy that he will blow the trumpet over US. Listen, one thing at least I know about God, if I don't know anything, if I don't know the Bible, one thing I know is that when he wants to raise a king, he raises the king from the depth of their heart or from the sheet, the template of their heart. He will check how pure their heart is and how meek their heart is. All right. People are saying he has repented, but we are seeing back-to-back updates. When somebody repents, I'm sure you know. You don't even know because you are not discerning. You are just shouting and moving. Hey, 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 hey. I blame many of these youth. And you see, we have gone there. We have seen what is going to happen years ahead by the grace of God. And because of God's church and the kingdom, God has spoken that he will thwart that agenda, that prophetic stream from coming to pass. Even if there is something like that, because of his church and his kingdom, believers must rise for the church. They don't care even if they are martyred for God's kingdom because they speak God's mind. They speak with clarity and boldness. Signs. People are still there shouting and all that. Let me tell you, the anger of God and the vengeance of God, I've told you, it will strike very, very soon. And guess what? I gave you a vision about a particular video I made, a post I made about the wheelchair man. I've not told Ghana who is that wheelchair man. I'll come and give updates. I gave you some month ago about the wheelchair man. Nyame strike it. Nyame strike it. Be very careful what you are defending.
Now, prophet Clement testimony cast as everywhere up. Then there's Apostle Ray Michael, and so is Honorable Kennedy Japan or TikTok. So, Eddie Prophet Bernard or Bernard Afra. So, no, or you will be on test Honorable Kennedy Japan or cast answer. Because, oh, is our sorry, no, more yet. Oma for instrumentalists, Oma for singers, Oma for church secretary, Oma for ushers. Oh, we never be Oma allowance. It's your employment bill.
Now look at this. Churches must use its resources to create employment. What about the instrumentalists? Do you know how many musicians feed from the church? Do you know how many pastors are being employed? Clerks, secretaries, personal assistants, security officers, traffic control officers, sound engineers, technicians. Come on, are those not employments? Are those not, must it be factory? Is it a responsibility of church to build factory? But even in that case, churches have built factories, employing church members. So what is the problem? So you see, no matter what churches do, this man still doesn't see it. And he will still come and pressure churches. Churches that are, what has the government done for churches? Has government given churches grants? Is there any policy in Ghana that says that if you're a church and you need money or loan for land or building, or you need instrument, or you need something, you can just come because you're a church? What is government doing for churches? That now churches are supposed to now create employment. which we are already doing. Do you know how many people Church of Pentecost alone is employing in Ghana here? How many nurses? How many teachers in Pentecost schools?
Now see that prophet Clement testimony kaya no. Ono so ka say, only say be no be so na book Japan ni. Be no one ba e be so na book Japan ni. Because when they on na book Japan policy or they ba pa dia.
Give us a break. Give us a break. If this is the policy you are coming with, that you want to become president, no, this is what the policy you are coming with. You are now coming to chase the churches to do the work of government. It is because of the incompetence of government. That is why churches are now doing the work of government. Churches are now doing roads. Churches are now building schools and building. Churches are now doing the work of government. It is because of the incompetence of government. And if people like you are going to rush to be president of the nation, and yet this is all that you have in mind to use to run the country, then the country is already in advance, in shambles. Not employing many people already. Security men, instrumentalists. Let all churches in Ghana close right now and see how many people are going to be jobless.
Because I know you will be who say, leaders, and the resources are shown. So more manage your mind. It's about the same leaders name think here. You better say for that some will create employment. Now, as a prophet Bernard say, Nyankopo yi tieno. So na book Kennedy Japan about on some kono vision ni biom. Into your letter, and my prophet Bernard.
So instead of thinking of how Ghana can use its resources, foolish leaders who don't know how to think, and use resources, taking advantage of natural resources, our streams, our rivers, and all these facilities that we have that are not being properly utilized. Tourist attractions. Go to Kenya. Small thing, they've turned it into tourist attraction. And Ghana, we are here fooling. You are not thinking of how to mobilize resources. When this man was attacking churches, fighting against men of God, saying all kinds of things against churches, calling people that are worshiping God fools, that even his dogs are wiser than those people because they have laid prostrate in worship before God. And you want this person to come and lead a nation that is full of prophets, a nation that God has blessed with apostles and gifts. You want such a person to come and lead such people. Hey, Prophet Bernard, please see the vision again. Oh. See that vision again, because we've seen it in the Bible so many times. I know the ministry you carry. I know the anointing you carry, man of God. It is a very unusual prophetic grace. But this particular one, go and look at it again. I never speak about politics. But this particular matter, I will never be silent. I will never be silent. Tell Prophet Bernard L. Bernard, sir, the prophecy he has seen about, or the vision he has seen about Kennedy Agyapong, you should go and look at it again. I love that man so much. I love Prophet Bernard so much, and he knows. But that vision, that particular prophecy, he is so much pushing that Kennedy Agyapong is going to be the president of the next republic. Please, he should go and look at that prophecy again.
Now, some no, the foundation, na Prophet Bernard L. Bernard Enkao. Eyono Kennedy Agyapong. Ena wako a sorry inauguration. Ena na downfall. Archbishop Charles Nasari. Ena all two or an answer all man na downfall no. What I say, the opinion and answer the suggestions say, oh, I be a create employment. I be a sorry class I'm no more share some mobile left bed in Nibi, and you free a buying Sonia idea. Maybe as a more one year, which be create employment in a day. Now when the prophet Bernard L. Bernard Abumi, into the prophet Bernard L. Bernard, so we are not sure man sliding, or also the sliding tackle be shares of one into a try say, or so far will react in anger to an idea. Say churches invest parts of Omusika in creating jobs for church members, no dear. One misunderstanding the essence of leadership. So your software now say the honorable Japan can now buefu. So honorable and now why not send come and now come channel must now kosusu we say. Before the kasa. Because leadership and your control. Leadership is about care. So who care about the church members now be Jesus now be creating employment them more. True shepherds is seeking the good of the flock. So also your software papa. Who be seeking so men sorry made my bank no mo beyond access ne instrumentalists no. Omo maka ne dwuma ban no mo ye hwan na ye employed, hwan na ye employed, then they betumi aye dia ma. Say na true shepherds be. Na say obuafu say na and no na boke Japan be kasa and na prophet expose fear. Expose fear say who sure say we lose control. Expose fear say who sure say we be sase ne anyoma si ko. Expose fear so be accountable to us sorry man. But I was software remember say Nyankopon resources ne enya wo software no dia. Omo di amount. Say for bua, one sorry mano. Or say God's resources are not theirs personally. They are given for the advancement of his people. Say be a medical treatment with direct with visa chantro. No credit all. No credit. No to aso ka say. O da ona bo kere dia kopra ko Agyapong ase. So this say futu we ama Nyankopon asore. Sa asofo onhwe na se nsori betumi a se na ebi no mu ye deda no Roman fo esi hospital wo bato, Roman fo esi schools, Pentecost fo esi we, Assemblies of God fo esi we one man churches so betumi a na mo so betumi a yesa. No da ona bo kene kopra ko Agyapong ase. So this say futu we aba. Now no pastor or no prophet Bernard they come. So no pastor, no prophet, and as a group of prophets, and no more on moment to me akase. The Nyankopon waka say na ya ona boke ya kopekwe Agyapong flag bearer. Na prophet Clement testimony. Any prophet with Michael. Say momonko no mo saso ko hwe we review Nyankopon be strike no. Prophet Bernard say no pastor, no prophet, and as a group of prophets, say prophet Clement, and after prophet we a group, we a squad. We a gang. Moon to me and stop it. Say Nyankopon bossa washe. So na boke de akopre ko Agyapong be flag bearer of LPP. Moon to me stop it aboshe no. Ebebe. Nyankopon na ordeni. No man can overturn. Moon to me sworn no prophet Bernard say onko no onko hwe nkom se ni bi no ndane no. Moon to me. Na omo musuro so me lose control ebi omo sorry man be di omo ho a ebi omo sorry man be yeyi a e na omo no musuro sa asemi ona bo kede akopre ko Agyapong kai omusuro accountability enti na omo resist di ona bo kede akopre ko Agyapong aka no omusuro mo pa ye de mo pese mo ye bia mo kan de mo pese mo ke bia do your worst but enko foko prophet Clement testimony mo say who said enko foko. No, congratulate Honorable Kede Akopre ko Agyapong in advance. Oka sa pe and Apostle Michael say, Prophet Bernard, who posti? We posti na me we 1 hour ago. When I woke up say na me buafu na de no. Debi.
A response from the prophet, supposedly and allegedly, to the video that I made in the morning. And two things come into my mind. One, it is either the prophet has totally misconstrued the purpose and the intention behind the video, clearly portrayed in the speech that I made. That's the first thing. Or the second thing is either the prophet is not a straightforward person. Because at the end of the day, the man that you are promoting, the man that you have seen a vision about, which I don't doubt you. I don't doubt at all that you have seen. You are one prophet who sees very clearly. And I don't doubt the fact that the man of God has seen clearly. I don't doubt that. But I am saying that if a man in the video that we watched is telling we that lay in prostrate before God, we that lie on the floor when we are worshiping God, which I have seen you, Prophet Bernard do so many times, even in tears. A man who even in the searching for his power calls that foolishness and compares people who worship God in that way to his dogs. What do you think such a man would do to the church? And then your response is, I have something to lose and I'm trying to protect. Wow.
Oh no, just so and that's all we need to lose. Name o defending Nyankopon asori no. Nyankopon edwuma na o defending. Ncho be so defend about standing 5.
I have to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have absolutely nothing to lose, sir. With all due respect, I'm not trying to keep any control. No. But for years, I have been defending the ministry, and I will not stop. Because when things have happened in other nations, and we have read and we have seen them, and we have seen what has happened to those who didn't see such things, they couldn't foresee some of these things and the repercussions that came upon them. And I am also in the nation that is going towards that same tangent. I will be a fool not to speak.
Sorry, Sikano. For church no running. What I said, there were about TBR a charity. It's a sorry, cannot make us say if I go see factory near there. No, defend it. Sorry, no.
They're already employing people. You have not yet appreciated the church for what they have done. Your speech kind of seemed to imply that the church is not doing that. And so it means that no matter what we do, you will still find problem. And so as somebody that is coming into power, your strength of controlling the economy must not be the church. Because Prophet Bernard, you will agree with me that the income that comes into the church is for the running of the church. And whatever we do outside this is actually charity. Yes, we are supposed to give to charity, which we all do. We are supposed to support the poor and the needy, which we all do. We have employed people, which I believe you have done. I have also done. The church has done so much already. And you are coming into power. You are not thinking about the resources that are being wasted, the water bodies that are being destroyed. You are not thinking about how to mobilize skill training for the young men and the women who are sitting in blue kiosks from morning till evening. You are not thinking about those girls at Circle who are practicing prostitution from morning till evening. How you can mobilize some kind of resource, the national resources that we have. You are not thinking of how you are going to put that together to make life better for people. And you are going to make it seem as if it is the job of the church. It is not, sir. The monies we receive there for crusades, paying for televangelism, paying for musicians and equipment that we need, buying lands in villages, supporting people, orphanages, and all those kind of things. It is not the primary duty. Take note of my choices of words. It is not the primary duty of the church to run businesses. That is the government. If a church runs businesses, it is only empowering entrepreneurship and empowering people to come out into the limelight and bring out what is in them out of mere charity. And so if you are a politician who has insulted the church, when you are calling people in the church that they are fools for going to church, and going to church is a waste of time, that they should go to work and all those kind of things. Yet when you wanted to do your political rallies, you went to the same churches. Why didn't you go to factories to do your rallies? Why didn't you go to business centers to do your rallies? Or at least now you have understood that the church is not just a place of worship. It is also a social community where people come together and find comfort. So if I say this, and as a prophet of God, you couldn't see that I am defending the church, including yours.
No, Jitu say all bad pastors or Sasson all bad politicians or one also at the or bad politicians into bad pastors or there. But man, I say
from us, we are already doing. Of course, we know there will definitely be bad nuts. We know there will definitely be one or two who are looting funds here and there. We know. The same applies to the politicians. Are there not politicians who are looting money here and there? The MPPs, the NDCs, don't we know? Don't we have the records? We have them. So let's not come out and be sentimental about something that is a fact. Churches are doing, I run a small church, but even my small church puts food on the table of many people.
Because already there's only be 1 year Sanida. It's only be 1 year Sanida. It's all about the Akupe with the Baba show money at there. No, Baba suggest say na say on the Prophet Bernard El Bernard in Yadi. So when the Prophet Bernard El Bernard name someone or can and yet on no and Yadi. My name is also one in the Yadria. Obey to me at Chewadi. A comment section. A higher gossip 24. Background.